Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the beloved elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth, and peace and salutations to all you hopeful elect Akim out there laboring, pushing, and persevering to get this truth out there in truth and in sincerity. With that being said, I want to get it right into this lesson. This is your brother Nahar coming out here from the Hebrew Israelites of Idaho camp, and Abba Rataza playing this video doesn't get me flagged, but what this is the frequencies that they have in the certain towers that can be transmitted to people that have been McFucknode up, lack of better words. Okay? So what you're about to see is people having an adverse reaction to certain frequencies that are getting blasted through the air, whether it be targeted individually or if they get a signal put off through their phone, because everyone has a cell phone. And your cell phone, if you ever seen the video of a phone on the ground with a ring of steel wool around it, and when somebody makes a call, it'll actually start to burn that steel wool for the amount of radiation that's coming off of that cell phone. But like I said, Abba Ratazah, this video doesn't get flagged, but I wanted to bring this information out there because it is very important to understand that this devil has the technology and the means to, pretty much get you wherever you are. And that's why we're going to need Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in these last days to be able to get us through all these different traps, weapons, swords that, this devil's going to have around every corner. Pursuing to Amos chapter 5, there's going to be no peace and no safety. So, with that being said, this is just another example to show you some of the capabilities of this devil and what he has in the cuts, because his best weapons he is saving for Jacob's trouble. He hasn't even shown the world. He hasn't even got this stuff out to his troops on the field because of the amount of anticipation of him waiting to actually bring it out when shit hits the fan. When Jacob's trouble is in full effect, to target certain groups, certain people that are going against certain political views. He could definitely pinpoint who to attack. But, before he actually puts it in full-fledged, he's going to be doing test runs. And so, I believe, through the Spirit speaking as a man, that this is China testing that same technology and seeing if it works or not by doing these strategic hits. So, I'm not going to speak too much. I'm going to play this video, speak a little bit more on it, and then grab the scriptures to close the lesson out to tie in everything what I'm saying. So, like I said, Abba Ratazah's video doesn't get flagged. It's like they almost see some sort of entity or something, some demonic presence that, so every single one of these people, they didn't come back from their injuries. This video right here was actually the first one that I saw of this lady, pretty much getting fried right when she was getting her nails done. But you can see that these people it's coming out of nowhere. They're looking around and they're just pretty much dropping dead. They're tensing up, but I believe it's that nano, and that McFuck no that everybody took these last couple years. That it's the devil coming to collect, really. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna test it on a few people, like you're seeing in this videos, to make sure that they can actually send that frequency out when they're ready. And I actually put a video up on my Instagram, and I cannot put it on YouTube because I know for a fact it will get flagged. But it goes over the certain frequencies that they can blast through the airways for 60 seconds each, but 3 times. And that will turn pretty much everybody, in a lack of better words, into a zombie. A mindless being full of rage, intent to kill, and full of hunger, which is a perfect description of the majority of the mind frame that these people are going to be in when shit hits the fan. So, you can see that this is very real, and that this is something that is going to be happening in our lifetime because they have the means to do it. So why wouldn't they use it? So I'm going to grab these scriptures. The first one that I wanted to get is Deuteronomy 28 and 60. And I understand that this is talking about, plagues being like cancer, high blood pressure, certain types of ailments that Jake is living with, you know, in a mass scale to this day. But this is the point that I wanted to bring out is in 61 uh, about, every plague which is not written in the book of the law, of this law. So I'm going to just read it. Deuteronomy 28 and 60. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Which means that, they're going to attack Jake because we're the main target. And they are going to get 2/3 of us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're gonna start to go about their enterprise, but like scriptures say, as he's filling his belly, then Yahweh Shem Yahushai is gonna come, right when he's thinking he's about to fully get his new world order off the ground. But this is Deuteronomy 28 and 61. Also, this is the point. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord Yahweh bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. So, that's any and everything that's not even written in the scriptures that's going to come to pass in these future times. Because in the ancient world, you didn't have, certain McFucknos that people rolled up their sleeve to take, and the certain adverse reactions like the 6-foot blood clots that is getting pulled out of people's legs that these embalmers all across the country are coming forth and doing a testimony on. So another one that I wanted to bring out is Micah 5 and 15, because it's going to get bad. And this is all the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is Micah 5 and 15. And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. Because, hey, there's going to be newly created creatures, strange apparitions, beasts that lay on sore strokes, that will appease the wrath of him that made them. They're only going to be made to be killing machines. That's Leviathan and his cousins, these other different lab experiments like Stranger Things that are going to escape. There's so much coming down Jacob's trouble that it's really hard to even put into a single, lesson, because of just the amount of sheer terror and different ways to die that is going to be out and about on a regular basis in the time of Jacob's trouble. There's going to be so much dead bodies that they're not even going to have time to bury them. And it speaks about that in Jeremiah 25 and 33. Jeremiah 25:33. And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered, nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. So, hey, there's going to be, piles of shit, but they're going to be piles of people laying all around the world, all in the city streets, because when all hell's breaking loose, you think people are going to actually have time to lament and mourn and have a nice funeral procession for their loved ones? No, they're not even going to have a time to cry. So, another one that I wanted to get is 2 Esdras 9:22. It says, let the multitude perish then, and perish means to die. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. And that's how Yahweh Shem Yahushai thinks about you heathens and you two-thirds that are unprofitable servants on this side, because a profitable servant is going to be doing the work, is going to be doing lessons, is going to be going on the highways and byways, is going to be studying for himself to show himself approved, to be able to go and be a student, to go out and teach others, to create more students, to create more teachers. Because as soon as you get this thing, you're supposed to pass it on to another brother so he can get this thing and he can go out and teach, etc., etc. The cycle continues. This is continuing. And let my grape be kept and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. And only the elect are going to be able to get that perfection, because like it says, that which Israel seeketh, he does not find it, roughly paraphrasing, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So only the elect in the correct doctrine are going to be able to see everything that's coming. And since I'm in Jeremiah 25, Salakia, I'm going to get Jeremiah 11:11, and then I'm going to get ready to close out. This is Jeremiah 11:11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will bring evil upon them, and evil means hard times, bad times, which they have not, Salakia, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. And that's going into, the two-thirds. And pretty much all these people are going to be praying to some sort of God. They're going to be praising Jesus. They're going to be praising Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Aphrodite, whatever type of deity that these dumbasses believe in. But they're not even going to get an answer, because even in some of the people that are calling on Yahweh Shem Yahushai are not even going to get an answer, because they are not chosen at the end of the day. The too much iniquity, too much sin. But hey, we all got iniquity and we all got sin. But it's the election, which means you have to be chosen. You've been elected to be of the elect. So it's nothing of our own doing that's going to get us saved. But on the other hand, the elect are going to be doing the things that the elect are going to be doing in the last days, and that's doing the work, prophesying, highways and byways, and doing everything they can to make their calling and election sure. So that's all I wanted to get on this lesson. I think that's all the scriptures that I had in mind. So, with that being said, Abba Ratazah, that this lesson was edifying, and that video, shows you an example of the type of capabilities that this devil has in the cuts that he's just waiting to bring out on a mass scale. So, with that being said, to the elect, Abba Ratazah, that this lesson be edifying. And with that being said, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Dash. Double honors to the beloved elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth, and peace and salutations to all you hopeful elect Akim out there laboring by pushing this word in truth and sincerity. With that being said, I'd like to say DTA and Abad Baba soon.